Man, does Slash not just have the best riffs? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another beginner lesson. This is, of course, this whole week of beginner videos is because of my beginner guitar course, the Rock and Roll Boot Camp, which is available until Sunday. If you want to check that out, you can snag it for 45% off. Bam! So through a request from a bunch of you guys, you asked me last time, would I please do some Slash riffs for beginners? And I was like, of course, man. You know, Slash is one of the kings of the riff. So here are a couple different Slash riffs. Now these are going to work on a lot of different areas because Slash, what I love about him so much is he's an incredibly dynamic player. So here's some different riffs for you. Check them out and we're going to jump into these and snag the tabs down below. So there you go. Alrighty, so riff number one is from Slash's solo song, Goose. Now this one's really, really cool because I'm going to show you a couple of ways you could pick this. This one is just one of those, it's a riff slash lick that is just fun to play. So it's really good for working on technique as well. But let's just kind of get to the riff first. Let me get my phone out of my pocket. And essentially it starts up here. You're going to be going, essentially pedaling off of this open B string and 11 on the G on and off. So you're going to go 10 open on the B and then 11 on the G. Okay. Now all you really do is you shift up and you go to 12 on the B, and then open, and then back to 11. So that already by itself is a nice little exercise. Okay. So after we do that, we're gonna go like this. I think you do it 2 times in a row. Now what happens on that section there is I'm sliding my pointer finger down. I go 10, 9, open on the B, and then 11 on the G. Okay, so. Alright. Now, like I said, I'll talk about the picking here in just a second, but let's kind of go through that again. So. Now you could shift your hand and use 2 fingers if that kind of doing both those notes with your pointer finger isn't comfortable. Go ahead and just go. And I think he's picking everything, so you could shift down if you want to, and maybe grab that 11 with your ring. I like to use my pointer finger. Now for picking, like I said, there's, to me, 2 main ways that you can pick it if you want to have every note picked. Now if you're doing pull-offs, there's a lot of different options. But if you want to have it all picked, what you could do is either alternate pick it. So you're going to start on the down. It's going to be down, up, the whole time. So. Now that is not how I pick it. I use what's called economy picking. So I go down, up each time. See, and how I end on an up there? That's very crucial that I go, because then it allows me to start on a down, and I just start the whole process over again. But again, you can do it whatever way you want. This is, like I said, this exercise sounds so musical. It's a really fun one to practice, and just cycle. Just do like the first half of it. Maybe move it. You know, whatever you kind of come up with it. But to me, it's a really inspiring one and just a fun one to play. But don't let it intimidate you because it sounds like a lead. It's not that bad. You just have to work on that repetition of it. All right, now My Michelle is another, I mean, it's just, you know, a classic Slash GNR riff, but I've seen this one played a lot of different ways, so maybe if someone knows 100% for sure, you can correct me. But what I kept hearing something different in there, and I watched a bunch of videos, and literally I saw it played 3 different ways. But what I came up with after watching a video of Slash and Myles Kennedy playing it was this. So what I'm doing here is, I saw people go like this, and I didn't hear that C note. I was hearing that A note, but I could be wrong, you know? But anyways, like I said, the way that I heard it and saw Slash playing it was like this. So it goes 4 on the A string, then open A, 4, 3. So, okay. Now, this is probably the trickiest part right here. You shift down, and you're going to go kind of a long legato section. So you go 2 on the A with your pointer finger. You're going to hammer onto 3, pull back off to 2, and pull off to open. So it's a rather lengthy little hammer-on pull-off section. Okay, so now you go to 2nd fret on the low E string. I love when you ride that F sharp note. So it goes 2, 2, 2, open. So open 2, and then open A string. Okay, so we have a little chromatic walk up. Open 1, 2 on the low E string. And he of course changes the riff every, you know, after that. But that's a good one. Like I said, it's another one that I think might sound intimidating. That little hammer-on pull-off section. I'm not gonna lie, that's going to be a really good challenge for you. But I think with a little bit of work, you can definitely get it under your fingers. He is adding some vibrato, and that's another thing that just takes, you know, vibrato actually takes a really long time to just get underneath your fingers. All right, now we're on to one of my favorite, you know, GNR riffs. Out to Get Me. Any kind of double stop riff like that, yo, I don't even need to like know who it's by. I like it. I like it. So this one is starting like this. You're gonna play open D and G, which is essentially, you know, basically a G power chord. Then you go to 3 on the D and G, then back to open. So, which is basically the same thing as going like this. But you can obviously see it's quite a bit easier to go like this. Okay, so next thing he does here, he throws another open here at the end. Okay, and then you go to 3rd fret low E string. Now you could use your pointer finger if you want to. I use my thumb. That's just out of habit. So then you're gonna do it more double stops. You're gonna play 3 on the A and D now, 5 on the A and D, 5 on the A and D again. So now more double stops here, but he's adding a little bit of vibrato on them. And this, now we're back to the D and G. So it's 5 on the D and G. Okay, and then down to 3. Now it sounds like there's 2 guitars, which that's because there are 2 guitars. But I think one of them is going like this, probably Slash. And the other guitar is going to get that lower, you know, root note in there. So we have. There you have it. So, Out to Get Me, man. That's just a mean machine of a riff. And last but certainly not least, I wanted to throw this one in here because it's kind of a tongue twister, and there's only 2 notes in the whole thing. So this is Standing in the Sun. I think that's what the song's called. Something like that. It's off of one of Slash's solo albums with Myles Kennedy. Man, I love those albums. But this one goes like this. It's really interesting because, like I said, it's a tongue twister. And it really teaches you, like, you got to kind of like work your way through this. And he might I think he's playing it faster than that. I think how he actually plays it. But essentially, it's all this F sharp to E note happening here. But again, the pattern is the tricky part. And it's all alternate picked, so you're going to go 2 on the low E string, then open, back to 2, and open. So there's the first part of it. My thumb kept getting when you get a harmonic. Okay, so we have that part. Now what happens here is you go back to 2 on the low E string and you play it twice. Do, do, so. Okay, so. Okay, now you go back to another open, so. Sorry, I got confused there for a second. Now you're gonna play 2 twice again on the low E string, but the rhythm is different. It's dun, dun. Okay, so. Open low E string. 2 on the low E string twice. Okay, so. Now he goes open. 2 twice again on the low E string, but quicker, and open. Look at the tabs for this one. You really have to break this down into small pieces. So. I messed it up. Yeah, like I said, it's not that it's difficult. It requires a lot of focus, and there's a lot of rhythmic changes happening with just 2 notes. So it's a great one to practice because left hand is not really that difficult. Right hand, it's a little bit more of a challenge. It's more of a memory exercise. And that is going to be it, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Like I said before, the Rock and Roll Bootcamp is still available till Sunday. It will be back. Don't worry, some people were asking. It probably won't be back until June or July, though, so there's going to be a pretty big break before it's available again. So if you want to check it out, you can. That's linked down below. Hope you enjoyed the slash licks, and then we're just going to bounce on out of here, guys. Woo!